Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.39. Today was the fourth green day in a row for XRP. It's been nothing but upward momentum ever since that major dip. And you see it right here on the 7-day chart. And a lot of people are expecting that upward momentum to continue for XRP. Look at the DXY over the last month. People are expecting the DXY to go much lower. Now, when the DXY falls, crypto rises. So if the DXY continues to fall, it's going to push the price of XRP even higher from where we are right now. XRP price on edge as history paints potential 18% rally ahead. So if March is always bullish for XRP, and we could possibly see 18% higher from where we are right now throughout the rest of March. That would be huge going into April, because April is usually a very bullish month for XRP as well, based on history, based on previous years. So if we're going to have bullish momentum going into April, in April, people are expecting the Ripple versus SEC case to come to a complete end, because Atkins would be at the SEC by then. Plus, there's a good chance of XRP ETFs going live in April as well. We have to wait and see what happens next. But if we're going to continue bullish momentum, that's going to be great going into next month. Once XRP heads into price discovery on its next push higher, we will never see prices below $3 again. You've been warned. You know, I see so many people saying, expect this major run up and then a major pullback. I'm talking like an 80% pullback. I'm just not seeing that this time around for XRP, because institutions, they're eager to get into this space. And I think they're going to position a lot of that institutional money into XRP. So if we go into price discovery, and let's just say the ETFs go live, I think we're going to continue to go higher. And I don't think the pullback is going to be as deep. If we have a major run up into price discovery and Ripple versus SEC comes to an end, I don't think we're ever coming down below $3 again, even if that was to happen, because XRP still has not fully recovered. I don't think the price we're looking at right now, $2.40, I don't think that's the actual price of XRP at all. I think the actual price is much higher than we're at, most likely somewhere around $13. And a lot of other people would agree with that, because I think the price of XRP has been suppressed for so long, it has a long way to go through recovery. And it won't start until Ripple versus SEC comes to a complete end. The total number of XRP addresses hit an all-time high of 6.87 million. The parabolic XRP rally is coming. We're always seeing more and more XRP addresses now as well. And I think people want to get positioned in this cryptocurrency before that massive rally starts to happen. I think a lot of people are also positioning themselves now ahead of Ripple versus SEC coming to an end as well. But there's a lot of bullish narratives going on around XRP all of a sudden. I see every day on X people saying XRP is going to $10,000. Other people are like, no, it's going much higher. Other people are like, let's just get to $100 first. let's just get this rally going first. That's the way I look at it. Because once this rally starts, you will have a better idea on how high the price is going to go. Legendary trader Bollinger on XRP. Will it become the new leader? Now, Bollinger is the guy who created the idea of the Bollinger Bands that people talk about all the time. So Legendary Trader has suggested that Ripple-linked XRP cryptocurrency could become a new market leader in his recent social media post. Using a vivid metaphor sourced from Green mythology, Bollinger has noted that the major altcoin has resisted the recent signing of the Siren's Best song. This is the first time that he weighed in on XRP's price action in years. Back in 2018, he said that he did not know enough about the token to have an opinion about its future. But now he sees it as a market leader, meaning that XRP will eventually take the #1 spot. And I see that happening as well. Wait until all the smart money shifts away from Bitcoin into XRP. As that shift is happening, the market cap of XRP is going to continue to go higher. The price is going to go higher. And eventually, we are going to flip Bitcoin's market cap. Wall Street to go all in, Bloomberg Crypto says. So Wall Street goes all in on great crypto comeback fueled by Trump. Wall Street is absolutely ready. They want to get into this space. A lot of them want to position themselves early so they get the jump on the competition. Others, they just want to have exposure to this cryptocurrency before time runs out. And time is absolutely going to run out. There's so many people out there that think XRP is not going to hit certain price points. It's absolutely going to shock everyone once we finally break out. It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year. Monica Long says 9 different companies have filed for XRP ETFs. She knows, she sees it. And when you see all of these companies filing for XRP ETFs, they know this is the future. They know this is where all the smart money wants to go. They want to shift away from Bitcoin and ETH. The ETH ETFs, in my opinion, were a massive failure. People expected so much more from those, but ETH just can't get things going. Bitcoin, I think people are now passing through on Bitcoin. Even the Wall Street investors that are in Bitcoin, now that the prices come down, they're running for the door. You know, Wall Street isn't like crypto investors. Those investors, they're used to a 5% move up one way or the other. If it drops below 10%, they want out. Crypto investors will watch 30% drop happen and we'll stay in. We'll lock in. We'll back up the truck and buy more, knowing that it's going to turn around and go much higher. These institutional investors, these Wall Street investors, they don't look at things the way we do. They don't have the stomach for this space, but they all look at XRP as a sure thing. And that's why they're eager to get in. ETF store president Nate Garossi believes BlackRock will likely file for an XRP ETF once the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC is officially dropped. I think BlackRock will absolutely file for an XRP ETF, but I think BlackRock is positioning themselves behind the scenes already. They're most likely buying up a lot of XRP ahead of an XRP ETF launch, because once BlackRock pushes for it, it will get approved quickly. The next phase of crypto adoption will be the utility phase. Take a listen to this.
Portion of the crypto market doesn't really work with the principles that we're looking to kind of support here. And what is kind of shifting is this principle of utility. Jeremy Allaire, who's Circle's CEO, the issuer of USDC, made a lot of comments about this recently, saying that the next age of crypto needs to be the age of utility, where there's real use cases that make sense to people, in their kind of day-to-day lives, things that like Jess is building at checkout.com. And I think that's where we're going to start to see mainstream adoption, is where, whether it's financial institutions saying, there's tokenized securities, or that there's, things that we can traditional products, and put them on the blockchain and make it, more efficient and less friction. And, that's from the institutional side. But from the retail side, there needs to be something else to just, trying to make a speculative play. And I think once these assets get a little bit more mature with bringing utility to market, that's where I think that you'll see a lot more kind of foundational kind of, flourishing in a way that really matters to people.
Utility will bring mass adoption, and we are going to enter the utility phase. The institutions are going to lead us into the utility phase, because they're going to be the ones opening up all the doors for crypto going forward. And utility is what's going to change this market forever. The biggest winners in this space are going to be utility-driven cryptocurrencies. Anything running on hype will just become irrelevant. And that's why all these Bitcoin maxis, they want to keep that hype going. They don't want the hype to die, because once the hype dies, the narrative dies and the belief dies with it. And the smart money is already heading for the door. And that's why you see the institutions backing out of those Bitcoin ETFs. Anybody that could see where this is going, they know Bitcoin is not the future. Utility is also going to change the 4-year cycle. I don't think 2028 is going to have the run like we're going to see this time around. Even what we just saw with the Bitcoin ETFs last year, and Bitcoin achieving new all-time high after new all-time high. If utility is controlling this space by 2028, which I think it's going to be absolutely in place by then, most likely we will be talking about mass adoption by then. The cycles are going to change forever, and the 4-year cycle is going to end. And a utility run, nobody knows how long that will last. Nobody even knows how high the price of these cryptocurrencies can go. But like I said, this is not the real price of XRP, in my opinion. It's still in the recovery phase. I think right now, what has to happen is Ripple versus SEC needs to come to an end. I think we will then go into price discovery and eventually come in somewhere around $7 to $13. If alt season is happening at the same time, we go much higher. That's the way I look at it. And then we start talking utility after that. But it's all good going forward for XRP holders. We have so much to look forward to. I mean, honestly, and it's not even hype. This is fact. Everything is documented. So you could see it, what everybody's thinking right now. And everybody sees a major run up ahead for XRP holders. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.